Everybody, welcome. So today we're going to talk about assigning materials in Lecturio. And so I'm Sara Keeth. I'm the head of learning here at Lecturio, and I'll be your host today. I'm the head of learning here at Lecturio. So welcome. Glad you're all joining us today. So we're going to talk about creating assignments with Lecturio and how you do that. We've had several requests for this topic, so I am so delighted to be able to cover this for you today. And I wanted to talk, I have two slides, and then we're going to get into the platform and show you, no, three slides, sorry. Then we'll get into the platform. So I want to talk a little bit about why you should create assignments in Lecturio. I know some folks have used Lecturio at their programs as a supplemental resource, which is also great, but we were looking at our data and we looked at some of our medical schools, DO schools, and the ones where students were watching at least 20 minutes per week of Lecturio video lectures were scoring an average of 10 points higher on COMLEX Level 1 than the schools where students watch fewer than 10 minutes of video lectures per week. And so I wanted to share that with you because I thought it was a powerful indicator of how you can potentially raise scores on licensure exams in your program. So I can show you some of those numbers. These are some of our COMLEX Level 1 pass rates, and this is from 2024. And the numbers vary. Some programs are watching a lot more videos and answering a lot more QBanks than others. But the break there is greater than 20 minutes per student or less than 10 minutes per student really seem to have a big difference. And what's so interesting about this is the school that you see there at the bottom, LMU, the following year had a big jump. They started assigning many more videos, and and so students were watching videos. They were answering the quiz questions related to those videos, and they saw quite a jump in their pass rates. So I wanted to share that with you. I thought that was a great success story, and wanted you to see that. So we do think it's important to assign things in the Lecturio, not just make them optional for students. So that's what I'm going to be showing you today. So I'm going to exit out of these slides and I'll jump over to the platform and share that with you. So I want to make sure that you are logged into your academy for Lecturio so that you can follow along. Now, if all you want to do is watch me demonstrate this on the screen, that's also totally fine. But if you have access to your Lecturio White Label Academy, I recommend that you use that and follow along with me. You can go through the assign process and you don't have to click assign at the very end if you don't want to actually create a live assignment. So, all right, I'm going to let's see, share this window with you. Okay, so you should be able to see my screen. This is the Lecturio homepage. You can see I'm inside a learning path, and this is the student side. So if you are a faculty member or administrator, which I assume you are if you're here today, you'll need to go to the, and if you're seeing something similar to this, or if you're seeing a dashboard with content, something that says student introduction or spaced repetition or study planner, go all the way down to the bottom of that menu where it says administration. And the bottom of that menu on the left, administration, if you select that, it will take you to the faculty side of Lecturio. So hopefully all of you are able to navigate to the faculty side of Lecturio, and that's where you will be able to start creating assignments. So today I'm going to show you a few of the different materials that you can assign through Lecturio and a couple of different ways to get there. So I'm going to show you how to assign videos, either individually or as an entire course. I'll show you how to assign concept pages and cheat sheets. And then we'll talk about a couple of other options that you have for assignments. So if you're in the administration dashboard, you should have these buttons across the top, close to the top. And the very first one says assignments. So you can select that button that says create an assignment, or you can see in the menu on your left, there's also a field called assignments, and you can select either of those. But that nice button right in the middle of your screen is an easy way to do it. So you can select create an assignment. And right now I'm in an academy that has medical content. I'll show you in a little while an academy with some nursing content. So we'll look at a few different ways to assign with some different types of content as well. All right, so it's going to ask you what you would like to assign, and it's going to give you several choices here. Right now I'm going to start with content from the video library. That's the first option. So I'm going to select that. And it's going to ask me what I want. And you can see at the top, it says videos and then selected video library. Mine says all medical courses. Depending on your program, you will probably have different options in this box. So you'll select the one that makes the most sense for you and for your course. I've selected preclinical or USMLE Step 1. You can filter it further by subject, organ system, etc. if you'd like to do that. I'm going to select anatomy videos. And so I've gone into the anatomy area, the content area. Now you can see over on the left side, it gives you an overview of that entire area. So this has 403 videos in it. That's quite a bit. I am probably not going to assign all of that at once. You could click that assign button there on the left and assign all 403 videos at once. However, you probably don't want to do that. So if you go over to that menu in the middle, you can see that you can get some different areas. So the top, we have brain and nervous system. That has 6.5 hours with 85 videos. The second one, head and neck anatomy, 3.75 hours at 60 videos. So I'm going to select that one and open that up. And now we can see this in a little more granular detail. So again, you get the same format. On the left, you have that overview of head and neck anatomy. You can click that assign button and assign all 60 videos in head and neck anatomy, or you can drill it down even further in the middle. You can see skull, muscles of the head. So skull has 14 videos, muscles of the head has 3 videos, etc. So if we select skull there at the top, again, it breaks it down. Now we're down to individual videos. So you can see on the left, 0 out of 14 lessons completed. We can assign all of those by clicking that green button on the left that says assign. Or you can select the specific video you want to assign over there in the middle. So if you select, I selected the first one, it will start playing automatically. So I'm going to pause it. Oh, it's okay. The sound's not up. All right. And you can see underneath the video, it says assign. So now I can assign this individual video if that's what I would like to do. So I'm going to do that just to show you the assignment function, which is the same no matter which of these you're selecting. So I'm going to select assign. And you can see it tells you what the content is there at the top. It asks you what group or what learners you would like to assign to. I'll select class of 2026. Do not duplicate this assignment for learners that already have it. That's a good choice if you think there might be a video that shows up in more than one place, or for other reasons you think you might be duplicating an assignment. And you can automatically give this assignment to users that join that group in the future. So if you have a group that for some reason you would be adding learners to throughout your course, then you can indicate that here. You also get some options on due dates and start dates. So you can have no fixed due date if you choose. You can have a fixed due date. That's a normal due date, right? Like this is when it's due for everyone. So that's what people often choose. You can select a dynamic due date that gives a certain number of days to finish the assignment. So if someone joins the group later, they would still have the same number of days to finish the assignment, right? And then you can say when you'd like this assignment to start. If you're working on things for later in your course, for future weeks, you can change those start dates for the future. I also recommend that you notify users about their new assignment by email. I am not going to do that today because I'm assigning this to a group of test users, so I don't need to do that. But then at the bottom, you should click Save. Make sure you do save your assignment when you're, oh, I didn't select a due date. All right. Let's give it 3 days to finish the assignment. Okay, so that's days to finish the assignment, not a fixed date. Yes. I'm going to click Save. The assignment has been successfully created. If you realize you have done something incorrectly, you can edit it at this point, or you can close. All right, so now this is going to take us back to the video where we were. And you'll notice at the top of the video, you get this series of places that tell you where you've been. So you can go through that and go back to all the videos on the skull. You can go back to head and neck anatomy. You can go back to anatomy, or you can go all the way back to the main videos page. So one thing I'm going to do is go back to head and neck anatomy because I want to show you that you can assign a whole course. So I'm going to select Assign over on the left and show you. You can see at the top where it says Content, you can see that I've selected the entire head and neck anatomy course, and it's telling us that. So you get all of the same settings that you did before. All right, and I'm going to close out of that because I don't want to assign all of those courses today, or all of those videos. All right, so that's how you would assign a video, whether you want to assign a video course, a section of a video course, or an individual video. That's how you would assign it. What I'm going to show you next is the concept pages. And while we're here on this head and neck anatomy page, I want you to take a moment to notice in the middle of the page at the top where it says videos, in the middle it says quiz questions. These are the quiz questions that are related to those videos. They are linked to the videos. And when you assign a video, those quiz questions are also assigned. And then on the right, you have concept pages. So these are the high yield summaries, the concept pages that link to these videos. And so you can select a concept page from here, from these video pages. All of the material in Lecturio is interlinked in this way. And so if you decided you wanted to, pardon me, also assign this video on the skull, the videos on the skull, but also the concept pages, you could get there from here. So it shows you a preview. All right, so it showed us a preview. I selected it. And now we are on the concept page for the anatomy of the skull. So you can see on the concept page that it is giving us a high yield summary of all of this information that you can assign in addition to the videos or in place of videos. It's your choice. So on the left, you will see several buttons. We have Assign, Listen to Podcast, and Create Flashcards. We'll talk about those another day, but feel free to play with those. And so I'm going to select Assign. All right. And so now we're back on the assignment page. And as you can see, it looks exactly the same. And we have the same assignment choices that we had for the videos. All of those selections will remain the same. So you can decide what group you want to assign this to, how you want the due date to operate, and when you want the assignment to start. Also, again, do recommend that you notify users by email about that assignment. You may not want to do that if it's before the semester and you're setting this up in advance, but otherwise, it's a good idea. All right, so I'm going to go out of that assignment page. And I'm going to show you one more format that I'd like to. I'm going to switch screens here. So just a moment. Let's see. All right, I'm going to go over to a demo site that has nursing content. So one moment, I'll share that screen with you. All right. And you can see I'm already in the assignments page. I'll show you just for a moment. I'll go back out to the student side, the learner side, the content page, just so you can see that. And one thing I do also want you to know is that if you are logged in with your faculty account, you can be on the student side like we are right now. I'm on the student side. We can see student introduction to Lecturio. We can see the spaced repetition prompt. We can see that my score on the QBank. I'm not a very good student in this demo site. So we can go here to content on the student side. I do want to show you this. So I'm going to select videos as if I were a student who wanted to watch videos, but the platform does know that I'm logged in as a faculty member. And so I'm still going to get this assign button, and I could select it. And it's going to give me the options to create an assignment, even though I'm on the student side. So if you want to just explore the catalog like a learner would and select your content that way, you can absolutely do that. It knows that you're a faculty member and it will still allow you to assign from that side. All right. I also want to show you, since we're on this nursing content academy, that for nursing we have cheat sheets, and these can also be assigned. Just like the concept pages can be assigned, the cheat sheets can be assigned. So if we select the Glasgow Coma Scale cheat sheet, I want to show you the assign button is not on the left like it was with the concept pages, it's over on the right. So you can download the cheat sheet as a PDF. These are really attractively formatted, great to print out, laminate it, keep it in your classroom if you have a physical classroom. But you can select assign here. And once again, you get the same options. So you can assign that concept page to your learners. All right. So I've shown you several of the assignment capabilities there. I want to show you just a couple more, and then we'll look at the assignment tracking quickly. So I'm going to go back out, and I'm going to go ahead and go to the administration side. So if you are on the content side, again, you go to the bottom of that left-hand menu and select administration. And that will take you back over to the faculty side. So I'm going to once again select create an assignment, or you could select assignments there on the left-hand menu, because I wanted to talk briefly about some of the other options that you have. So it asks you, again, do you want content from the video library, content from your additional Lecturio content if you have that? Your institutional content, these are things that your institution has uploaded, has created, etc. A QBank test. So that is a special case, and we'll talk about that another day, but that's how you would create an assessment and assign it. You can also get there through the QBank menu. And then I want to show you how you would assign a learning path. So a learning path is a group of courses. It may include videos, concept pages, QBank exams, etc., that you can assign to students, and it walks them through each step of that path in a sequence. So a learning path can be very effective. For example, I'm going to select right here, NCLEX RN Management of Care, and it will ask me to assign the entire path. I have that option. I have the option to assign one step from that path, which is the review portion, or I can assign the step, which is a practice exam. Now you may be thinking, I would like to see the learning path. I want to see the whole thing. So if that's the case, that's fine. You can go out of the assignment feature. So that's if you can use the assignment feature to get there if you know what learning path you want to assign and you just want to go straight to it. If you want to view the learning path, just like we did before, you can go back to the content side where the learners live, the learner side. And on your menu, that will always say home. So if you select home, it will take you to that content side. You can see what the learners are seeing, and you can explore it like a learner would. So we can select learning paths, and you can see you get this nice menu that has all these icons. And so it's asking us, do we want to add this to our study planner? That's a student feature. So you can actually do that if you would like to do that as a faculty member. You can add it to a study planner for yourself, but that's a student feature. So if you select the learning path and click RN Management of Care, then you can see this learning path. So you can get a little bit more information about it. You can walk through it if you like. You can start it. You can also assign it. So you can see this button over here on the right. If we select assign, once again, it takes us to that assignment menu as a faculty member, just like it should. Okay, so that's how you would assign a learning path. Whether you want to get there through the assignment menu, which is kind of a shortcut, and it just says, do you want to assign this, yes or no? Or you can go to it through the content side and see it a little bit more like a learner would before you assign. The last thing in that assignment menu, before I show you the back end of it, very quickly here. I'm going back to the administration side, and I'm once again selecting create an assignment. There's one more option that you can use, and it is the last option that is an instruction or offline task. And what this gives you the option to do is just to add a simple instruction or reminder for your learners. You can also add up to 3 URLs. If there are external resources you'd like to add, a meeting link, a website link, you can always use this to add a special instruction for your learners within the Lecturio site. All right. So once you've made your assignments and your students have completed them, let me show you. I want to show you from the administration dashboard. So let's say you have come back to the administration page here, and you want to look at your assignments. So in that left-hand menu, you'll see assignments. So you can select assignments. It will open up that menu, and then you can select active. So active assignments will show you what your students are doing. Now it's going to ask you about assignment creation dates. You can select an author. There are a lot in this demo account, but if you have multiple faculty and TAs creating assignments, you can narrow it down there. You can select specific status, such as overdue. I'm going to select all. You can look at the content type if there's something specific that you're looking for. You can look for a specific group or student. You can search by title or name if you recall what that was. You can look at the date they were completed, and that's a range. If you have the content ID number, you can use that. But there are several ways you can filter that out. So then, let's see, how are my users doing? All right. You can see that once again, I'm not a very good student. And you can see that I haven't completed much, 0% completed. You can look at this by user. I'm not on track. And you can look at the status, which is not started. You can click this little button with the graph and get some detailed progress. You can see that I don't have very good progress on this. I haven't watched the videos. I don't have correct questions, etc. But you can really drill down on performance in specific areas. You can also look at it by content. So this is a great way to look at your learners and how they're doing on your assignments. You can also export this if you would like to. And you can also, if you're on this page and you realize you need to create an assignment, you can select this Create Assignment button at the top, or you can select Remind All Users about a specific assignment. So this is an excellent tool here where you can look at your assignments, see how your students are doing, see if there are specific subject areas that you might want to focus on more. And you can also create assignments from this page. All right, so we have a couple of minutes left. I wanted to just check and see if any of you have specific questions, and I would love to help answer those for you. Keep an eye on the chat. Let's see. Okay, I'm not seeing any questions yet. I'm hoping that this was helpful for you, that you have been able to learn some new ways to create assignments, maybe learn a couple of new mediums or formats of Lecturio content that you can assign. If you haven't explored the administration page and looked at the assignment results, I hope that you do that. There are some deeper statistics in there as well that maybe we'll do another one of these workshops on briefly to get into. And I hope that you will continue to join us at these workshops. We would love to hear from you. And let's see. Oh, I have a question about sending the recording. Absolutely. We are recording this today, and so we will do our best to send that to you. So I'd be happy to do that. All right. Well, I think that's all that we have for today. So I want to thank everyone for coming. Please let us know if there's anything else that you need from us. We would be happy to respond. You can always email us at learning-science@lecturio.com, and that will reach our team. We would love to help you. So thanks everybody for joining, and we'll see you next time.